What's going on, everybody? Okay, I didn't even get a chance to get my hook setter set up yet, or the rod set yet. I'm pretty sure that cost me something. You know, I gotta check something out. I gotta get this little knot out of my. Okay, so all right. Let's. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, as the AC/DC song goes, oh hell's bells. I hope I hope a cop don't come out here because I don't have my wallet or my ID. I don't feel like going up, you know. I just don't feel like going back up to the house and grabbing it. But with today, while using the dough bait that I have, I'll be casting out in multiple wide and vast directions. Because I did this last year, and there was days, okay, I got lucky. There was days, not so much. But you know, when you're out here bank fishing, you know, you're not gonna have no fish finder. You're not gonna have you're not gonna be able to have some kind of freakish power to see, oh, I see a fish, I see a fish. You know, you're not gonna be able to do all that. That'll get you a one-way trip to the loony bin. Okay, hold on. I gotta try to see if I can, because this is not really, getting tight. Actually, that's a little bit better. So right now, yeah, I'm just gonna sit out here, stare at the water, just sit, chill, and hey, whatever happens, happens. I mean, I don't know if I'll be out here for 30 minutes, 40, an hour. I don't know. Because like I said in the previous video last week, due to low funds, I can't go out and buy extra hooks in case I need it right now. I can't buy extra sinker weights if can't purchase any live bait. I mean, honestly, actually, if I really could, I mean, if I don't catch anything with the dough bait, I mean, I could try to see if I could use some of the jigs and start turning today's, from a catfish to a bass day. Cause I do got bass baits. of right now, I don't have the I don't have the various um, you know equipment to do like Carolina rig or a Texas rig or whatever other rigs there are out there. I don't have the stuff to do that. But I mean, I got a couple of jigs. And of course now the jigs I got are the blue ones, and I think that's for the pre-spawn. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure this stupid thing's working. Um, I fell asleep last night at 10. Um, had to wake up at 2:30, pick somebody up at 3:45, and Lord, it said I only had 1 hour and 59 minutes of sleep. I'm sitting there thinking, that can't be right. Oh, it messed with my mind too. I honestly thought my brain was like, it thought that it was accurate, and the way I was driving, I honestly thought I was driving with my brights on. Now, at one point I was. when I first saw the first car, I turned them off. But later, I thought, oh, hell's bells, I forgot to turn the brights off. Here comes another car. It made me flicker like I was warning them that a cop was around. And I don't think there was one. But then I was not with it. I couldn't see. I wasn't paying attention. So I was like, oh crap! I thought I had the brights on. And turned out I didn't. I didn't start seeing traffic pick up until about halfway home. About the 4 to 4:15. And what in the nut circle of hell is going on? I've got to see if I'm just hearing things or if my brain's going completely fried. Sounds like somebody's out here. And I'm back, folks. I'm just behind the camera real quick. But yeah, I mean, I thought it sounded like somebody or something was running around. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was probably a deer or something. Let's see here now. Yeah, I was watching WWE Monday Night Raw. Man. CM Punk's kind of turning back into that character nobody liked. Even though people are cheering him, Most of them don't even know the real CM Punk or how he really is. Um, let's see now. Paul Heyman's got a death wish. And oh Christ. This is turning into a son of a gun right now. Okay. The seat's a little bit better now. But now, yeah, it's a now today is a cloudy day. I had already checked the weather forecast. It's not going to rain today. Thank God. Last thing I need is to have another phone get ruined due to the rain. Or rain in general. Huh. Yeah. And earlier there was a boat out here, but I guess once you saw that I had my phone that I was recording, I guess they didn't want to get recorded. You know, it's really sad on how soft the new era has gotten. I mean, it really is. It's so sad. It don't take much to get people so riled up, so angry, so over the dumbest things. People get so mad when they see somebody out having, whether it's by YouTube or whether someone actually gets paid to do this kind of job, to do like auditors, recording areas and blah. How people get so mad. I seen a video where a church got mad. A church. And then members of that church was screaming and yelling every word in the book. Okay. You go to a store. They got cameras all over. I don't see them getting all mad about that. You go to a post office. They got cameras inside there too. I don't see them getting all hissy about that. You go to a gas station. Sure enough, they got cameras. I don't see them getting mad about that either. But somebody who's out exercising their First Amendment right and these dang softies throw these 2-year-old temper tantrums. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand why they throw these little temper tantrums over a camera out in public property. And and I know some people that go out and do out recording out, in public. People go out and do recording, like. I mean, look at this YouTube sensations, shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms. They go out. They go out recording everywhere they go. They do these funny little skits. And they got 5 YouTube play buttons. Or yeah. Those little YouTube plaques, the play button plaques. Yeah, because you got Lee, his wife Carol, their oldest son Leland, their second born, their daughter Leanna, and then their youngest London. check them out. They're actually pretty funny. The skits are hilarious. But yeah, I think Leland's a junior in high school. Leanna, I think, started her freshman year this past fall. And I think their youngest daughter, London, is either in second grade or third grade. And their skits are hilarious. Now, just to warn y'all, yeah, they do cuss, but every time they swear, they you hear this, they go like a little horn. Beep. We got some action. We got some action on this pole. You know, I do believe that may have been a turtle. That might have been a turtle. That was probably a turtle. Just based on how it was kind of pulling and letting go, pulling, letting go, pulling, letting go. So now, I'm going to try to throw it another direction. You know what? Just for a minute. And heck, I may just leave it right. I just may leave this right here for a minute. See if I can see a good hard takedown and I mean, because I have caught a catfish doing that before. But what I wouldn't mind having is what do you call it? If anybody watches kayak catfish, the man has he's got this freaking kayak, and he and oh my God, I'm about to fall. But it's got pedals on it. And he's got like a lot of he's got a lot of sponsors, so he gets a lot of cool stuff. So I think he said he spent like maybe like between like $900 and $1,400. And what he does is he doesn't go out and buy baits. He takes a net, throws it out there, and brings in a lot of these big old 10-inch or longer shads, bluegills, he's got this chopstick, that's the name of the brand, chopstick. It's made by the company called Sumo, and yeah, he gets paid to do all that, to try out their product, see how everything goes. And where he does it at this place in Tennessee. And it's at this very, very large reservoir that used to be a creek, a river, and a creek. Man, he freaking brings in these huge, huge catfish. And he does it all on this on like very light tackle type fishing. And man, does he hates catching channels. He hates catching channel cats. He goes after these big old blue catfish, or or the bull type catfish. But yeah, he does not care for catching these channel cats, because he calls them the bait stealers. Now, of course, the pole right here that I'm using a Shakespeare spinner bait, or a spinner reel. But yeah, like I said, once he catches his the shads and the cats, he cuts their heads off and then cuts the tail end off. So he'll have one rod with the body chunk, and then another with the head, with the head. But man, he would be catching these huge catfish. And honestly, man, I think it's pretty freaking cool. I really do. I mean, I think it's so cool that he does that. And he's got all these sponsors that pay him to use their products. He also talks about how he's not a people person. I'm gonna be honest, folks. There's times I'm the same way. There's times where I feel the same way, where I'm just, I'm like, I got my days where I just don't want to be around people. And there's my times where I'm like, hey, anybody want to come down here one day and fish and be on video? Hell, I won't mind that one bit. It's also, I think it was yesterday or Monday, one of the 2 days this week, I did go by Fields Landing. And yes, the water there has risen up a good bit. Not quite sure yet if it's enough. If it's up enough to where I could really do like any kind of crappie fishing. Boy, howdy, this wind's kind of blowing the line. Making it very, very difficult to tell. Ow. My kneecap. There we go. Got the line a little bit more tighter now. But I don't know how good it's going to do me. Oh yeah. Let's see. Also, yeah, on WWE. Let's see. Paul Heyman is so good at being the character he is. He is so good at it. I didn't even know that Heyman had put a restraining order on Seth Rollins. I had no idea. But Heyman, oh my Lord, he took things to a personal level. A level I didn't think he would dare try. Oh, but alas, he did. He did. And then I saw on Facebook saying, oh my God, he got arrested. He got arrested. I'm like, folks, It's storyline. It's scripted. Anybody that watches wrestling knows that any time you see a bunch of cops come out and arrest you, he didn't get arrested. I mean, because for the most part, cops that you see on WWE, when they're, near the ring, at the ring, they're either people that want to be a wrestler, or they want to be someone that is the one that puts the ring together, or they're somebody that works for security at the event, or they're wanting to be a referee. They're not real cops. And so many idiots out there believe it. Because, on the mugshot, everyone knows on the mugshot they have you next to see how tall you are. It's going to show, the foot marks, the feet and inches mark. It didn't have that. But when Heyman went as far as to telling Seth that, saying, when this is all said and done, your wife's gonna divorce you. Oh, I can't wait to see what your daughter thinks about all this, and yada yada yada. He took it to such a personal level. It's like all those, if for those who watch it, when Seth had all those multiple people wearing masks to where Seth could blend in with them, those are actually students in Seth Rollins' wrestling school. Seth Rollins has his own wrestling school. And so he's got numerous students wanting to try to attempt to be a future wrestler. Whether they want to wrestle in Japan, whether they want to wrestle in TNA, or wanting to go to the other affiliates like OVW, Florida Championship Wrestling. Or any of the various independent wrestling. Like, say they want to go to Action Wrestling, Southern Honor Wrestling, Renegade, Southern Fried Championship, something, or go to AEW. Or even WWE. Or make their way up to NXT. you know, inside the ring, people that get arrested, they're not really getting arrested. It's not like the time when Liv Morgan got arrested outside for DUI, or Jeff Hardy got arrested for DUI. I mean, shoot, I think Ric Flair got arrested once for DUI. That was the for real getting arrested. But none of this crap where, oh, he got arrested on SmackDown. Oh, he got arrested on Raw. No. That's not the case. You're not really getting arrested. It's all for show. And of course, hey, college baseball fans, anyone that likes watching Georgia, yeah, I heard about what happened. Kennesaw State went down to Foley Field in Athens, Georgia, and they beat the Dogs 10-7. Now, Georgia tried to come back. They fell short. Because at one point, it was 9-1 Kennesaw State. I was like, what? I'm like, Georgia lost to Kennesaw State? Are you serious? And then, of course, Kennesaw State basketball, they punched their way into the March Madness. And for 2 straight years in a row, one and done. Now, I'll give them their credit, though. They kept up with Gonzaga, or Gonzaga, however you pronounce it. They didn't lose to Gonzaga by much. I'm interested in what's going to happen on Friday when Alabama takes on #1 Michigan. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Because I think they're now at the Sweet 16. Okay, and I got a text from my wife. I saw the thing pop up on my phone, and all of a sudden I felt a bzzz from my watch. But yeah, my wife had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and they did some. She had to get some medications refilled, and she had to get some blood work drawn at the lab. So yeah, there's that. Okay. I'm gonna see if I got any bait left. And I got caught on something, so I probably don't. And I do not. So with that, I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna throw that back into the bag. Mash me up some dough bait and put it on the hook setter. And put the cast this out and put the pole back on the hook setter. And honestly, I mean, I hope I don't go 0-4. I mean, I really hope I don't go 0-4 on trying to catch something. So I'm gonna be honest with you, that's gonna suck if I go 0-4. Oh, hell's bells. Okay. So here we go. We're now back on the automatic hook setter. And here's just to hoping that hopefully we'll get some action on something other than a bloody turtle. But honestly, though, I'm hoping that, you know, that the future trips show, show productiveness. Now, don't get me wrong. I am patient when it comes to doing this. But I'm gonna try to stay out here for as long as I can. I mean, I know I was out here when the temperatures were pretty cool outside. I think I was out here when it was like in the 40s, and there were turtles out in the water. I'm like, these turtles can handle cold water? Dang. Yeah, this is definitely a turtle striking this bait. Yeah, that's definitely a turtle striking this bait. Because it keeps doing the hit, quit, hit, quit. Because if it was a catfish, it's not gonna hit and quit, hit and quit. If it's gonna take it, it's gonna grab it and pull that trigger. And I don't want no damn turtle. A turtle's the last thing I want. Good Lord, I think last year there was one day I caught 4 of them. I do not want a turtle. I mean, these turtles are just gonna be striking the baits. Then I may as well cut the line and I don't know, start using the spinner bait. Or start using a jig. See if I can try to get a bass or something. Yep. I'm just not a fan of catching turtles. So yeah, I'm actually going to do a little recap so far. This is my 4th trip where I'm fishing. Um, I've had the one that got away. Then I had the one where the bobber went down, but by the time I picked it up, the bobber came right back up. To the third trip, I didn't catch a thing, and then the fourth, so far, I have not reeled in one. But again, this is where I go with the patience is key. Patience is the key when you're out fishing. And I guess, for any hunters out there, same thing, you're wanting to really nab that real good big buck. Well, sometimes you're wanting to really go after that big 10, 12 point, or even more point buck. And sometimes for the ones that want to put the head on a plaque at your house, sometimes you'll get your 8-pointers or 9-pointers. I remember a long time ago, my cousin Andrew, when he and his dad, my uncle Lamar, they were out hunting, and his very first buck was a pretty decent sized 8-point buck. Oh, he was so excited about it. His first kill happened to be an 8-pointer. Well, with my cousin Andrew having to, my cousin Brooke Lee Bell, we call her BB. She participates in horse riding competitions. And she sings at her church. And so with them doing all of that, and then my cousin Easton, he's autistic. He suffers from autism. He just don't have the time to do any kind of hunting or taking part in fishing tournaments with my uncle, which and then with my uncle's other grandchildren, Addie Mae, who does cheerleading competitions. She's on the cheerleading squad for the junior varsity at Creekview High, and then of course Creekview Middle. And then my other cousin Avery, who has been doing a lot of softball tournaments. I think there was a day where she played 4 games in 13 hours and won 3 out of the 4. And my cousin Avery, boy, she can hit. I mean, she can absolutely hit the ball. And she's even gotten to where she's actually teaching how to, how to get a good swing, how to get some good barrel to the ball. Because now Avery, she's 9. My cousin Addie's gonna turn 12 in June. So yeah, there's that. And of course now honestly today, if it hadn't have been for if I had remembered to cut the take off the line off the other pole's reel, I would have put the 10-pound test on the other reel, because I don't know what pound test line I got on the other one, but it is so weak. It don't take much tug to break the dang line up. So, I mean, I think it's like between a 2 and a 4 pound test. So, I mean, every time I get snap, the line just snaps within an instant. Which is really sad. Oh, we got some sunshine out here now. Maybe that'll start getting some fish active. And I think now, shoot, this is like now I started the video earlier, but then I got a call saying, hey, avoid this area, due to some freaking, I guess something going on at the bridge at the marina. Or some kind of construction bullcrap. Whoa! It was never hooked. Ah, well, hell's bells. I mean, that's what I'm wanting to happen, but I was hoping that for a little bit more better luck. You know, as in, it, seeing this thing going, you know, saying, hey, something got it. No. That unfortunately was not the freaking case. Son of a monkey. Alright, come on. How much further do I need to go before it's... Well, that sucked. I was sitting there thinking, oh, finally I'm gonna reel in something. That was unfortunately not the case. again, that was probably a turtle that pulled it just right enough. Oh, let me just kind of bring the trigger up a little bit more here. Just right there we go. All that excitement for nothing. Man. Well, that was a false alarm. Rats. And just to pull a funny Mr. Garrison moment on South Park, if anyone's ever watched it, for this case, you turtles, you go to hell. You go to hell and you die. And because I said it in that form, that wasn't cussing. Here I was talking about something, and next thing you know, pew. But it was all for naught. Let's see, what time is it now? 1:15. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go as long as I can possibly go. I mean, whether I end up using all what's left of my cat bait or not, well, hey, if I do, cool. If not, hey, I'm just out here enjoying myself out here, enjoying the fishing. Ooh, don't know where that hiccup came from. I mean, there'll be times more often than not where where you won't catch a darn thing, and you're like, son of a gun. It's like, I really thought today was a day. Then my wife's got an interview tomorrow at Burger King, so depending on what time I come back, if I don't use up all the dough bait, will actually determine whether I do come down here or not. But yeah, I think now last year, I think on a percentage of successfully hooking a fish, I dare say I think I had about an 80% hook successful rate. And this thing has gone up twice. So for this case, the first time it did hook something but got away, then this one. So early on in my 2026 fishing year, I am at a 50%. Because, I mean, the automatic hook setter, I still think it's a fantastic product. I mean, I really do. I think it's a really good, fantastic product. You know, the little trigger is not sensitive. I mean, something's really got to pull hard enough to make the thing go up. And I think I see a turtle right over there. Yes, I do. Yep, there's a turtle. I stand by what I say, turtles. You go to hell. You go to hell and you die. Leave my baits alone. I'm not trying to catch y'all. I'm trying to catch me a catfish. And not a dang, and not one of you little frickin' reptiles. I mean, because honestly, I don't have a pair of pliers. When I was here one time, they must have fell out of my bag and somebody grabbed it. That's okay. That's it's about a $4, $5 product. So it wasn't like it was, oh my God, it's so expensive. No, it wasn't like that. You know, it wasn't expensive. I mean, it was pretty fairly cheap. You know, which I'm honestly, I'm good with. And of course now, when I had that video, and the last video I did when I was fishing with the minnows and the night crawlers, well, I did find out why that minnow bucket was dang near $30. Well, it came with a device that put two AA batteries in there. It came with a little hose, and basically the hose creates the little bubbles to oxygenize the water to keep the minnows alive longer. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's pretty dang cool. I mean, I thought that was pretty dang cool. Dang, I got me some dry skin. And yeah, and I found out why my iCloud storage thing was saying full from my previous video. I had a freaking iOS on my phone. And I was like, man, I've been getting these freaking iOSs every week and a half. And I'm like, what the freak? And then, of course, let's see. What else can I talk about here about? Because, let's see. Oh, yeah, then, my team, my favorite college team, Georgia Tech, they are now number 3 in the nation. Last week, they went. They had 4 games. They had the game against Auburn last Tuesday. They lost. Tech don't play again until Friday. They don't play. They don't have a Tuesday game or a weekday game this week. They face the North Carolina State Wolfpack this weekend. And I'll find out whether Georgia Tech will win 4 consecutive conference series in baseball. Right now, Georgia Tech, they are 9-5. Or 19-5. Wow, I just had a brain fart there. But yes, they're 19-5. They're 6-3 in the conference. Next month they play Florida State. Not to have a lack of faith in Georgia Tech, but I just don't think they're going to win that series against the Seminoles. The Seminoles this year, boy, they are on a warpath. Let's see now. I don't know. I was gonna try to watch Alabama as they were taking on Austin Peay, or they got a weekend series this week against Auburn. Well, I gotta say, Auburn, when they swing their bats, they swing their bats aggressive. They are real aggressive. They showed Georgia Tech that real quick the last Tuesday. I think they play Auburn again next Tuesday. They either play Auburn or they play Kennesaw State. But Auburn put a whooping on my Jackets. And I know I say, okay, sometimes you win games and lose games. There's times I'm just not the best of loser at times. I get so irritated. Because now with the 3 conference series have come and gone. And they play 30 of them. You got 30 conference games. So yeah, three conference series down. There's 7 left. Because let's see. Florida State swept Wake Forest when Wake Forest had opened up their conference. They bulldozed them. Well, game 1 and 2, they 10-run ruled them. Game 3, it was a closer game. And so this weekend, Georgia Tech faces their first North Carolina, school, the Wolfpack of NC State. And they do play all four of them this year. They play NC State. They face the Tar Heels of North Carolina. They face the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And they face the Duke Blue Devils. They got the Wolfpack and Wake Forest down at McNeese Park at Rush Chandler. But they're going to face North Carolina and Duke up in the Carolinas. They're going to face North Carolina at Raleigh. They're going to face Duke at Durham. Now, whether they use the Durham Bulls Park or their own park, I don't know. The schedule says that they play Duke at Durham, but I don't know if they're going to play them at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park or if they're going to hold it at their own park. Okay, this long and I've not really seen no true action. I've not been seeing the or my bait probably just fell off. Hell, I don't know. As I approach hour number 2, of my video today. Now, of course, I, but yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments on what you think about my fishing videos. Let me know what y'all, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Because, I mean, and, if you like the content that I bring out, if you like the, about, the art of, trying to teach the art of patience and all that, yeah, I mean, just, hit the like and subscribe to my channel. The other day, I think, because Monday, I got me a new subscriber. I got subscriber number 22. It was somebody that me and my wife know that works at the Kroger in South Canton. And man, my friend, I appreciate that. Now, and disregard the fact that, I put these videos as not made for kids. Disregard that. I only do that because if I have it as just for kids, the comments cannot be added. I don't understand YouTube's logic on that crap. I mean, quite frankly, that kind of, in a way, it kind of pisses me off about it. I mean, it really does. It kind of gets me mad that, okay, if I have it for kids, you can't comment. The comments will not be turned on for. I'm like, why? That makes no sense. I frankly just don't get that. And honestly, and yes, I do cuss at times. And hey, and if you don't like it, let me know, and I will do my darnest to work on not saying so many not 4-letter words. I mean, don't be afraid. Just say, hey, I don't want my kid watching your stuff if you're gonna say some words. I'm not gonna bite your heads off. I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh well, then don't watch my stuff then. I'm not gonna be like that. Yeah, of course. Sometimes if I get mad, I might slip out a word. But I'm not doing it just to do it. I'm just. I'm gonna move this little stick out the way. Or actually, it's not a little stick. It's a rather large stick. But I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want me to try to do some bass fishing for a while, hey, just let me know in the comments. Say, hey, see if or like say, or hey, see if you can try to get a striper. or even those hybrids. I'll have no problem with that. Or hey, if you want me to go after a catfish, hey, let me know. Because I know ultimately this lake will get a lot more fuller as the springtime brings in the rain. And fills up the lake better. Because this lake is definitely, the levels are definitely higher than what they have been. Sometime within the next week or so. Hey, if you want me to just do all, just, minnows or night crawlers, I got no problem with that. Or if you want me to show y'all videos on how to spool the rod, because let's see, because this one right here, I got that using the arbor knot. Of which, in that case, you get your whatever line you're wanting to use. Make sure that you're using the proper line, because at the very bottom of the poles, it's got, for each pole you buy, it'll show you which line is preferred. Because this one, I got it on a 10-pound test line. But yeah, you just take take your line, wrap it around the spool twice, do a couple of overhand little knots, and then pull it until it gets real tight at the bottom. Cut the tag end off, and then just start reeling and reeling until you get the until you get the spool filled in. Because then once you do that, then you just have your feed the line through the holes out there, and just put whatever hook, whatever shot weight, and whatever bait you prefer, and just go out there and have a blast trying to catch some fish. And that's what I do. I just have fun enjoying the fishing. I really do. I mean, I enjoy it. Because there's been a lot of times where, I'll have some severe anger problems. I'll come out here and I will just, and it just melts away. Just enjoying it out here. And just relaxing. And that's just what I love. This is just one of my many passions that I love doing. Yeah. Oh, and one day, my wife was looking at the Ramblin' Wreck site, Georgia Tech's website. Well, the tickets to go to a Tech baseball game, they're not cheap anymore. Now, granted, they're still cheaper than going to a professional baseball game, but my lord, she showed me one section where it's like $50 a ticket. I was like, what in the ninth circle of hell? $50? That's insane. And just hold on, folks. Give me a quick second. All right. Sorry about that, folks. A little call from Mother Nature. but yeah, I mean, but all in all seriousness, I mean, huh? I mean, I was just shaking my head. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. $50 just just to watch college kids play ball? I'm sorry, I just think that's stupid. I mean, granted, you know, if you go to a Braves game or a Royals game or a Diamondbacks game or a Yankees game, you're going to be spending about $200, $300 just for one ticket. But oh, here we go. Oh, here we go, folks. We got a fish on. We have a fish on. Ow! Monkey's backside. That was now twice. One that got away. That was definitely a fish. Son of a beep. Okay, so I mean, that sucked. That was definitely a fish. Alright, so right now I'm having to kind of pull out the line. Don't worry, I'm not packing up yet, folks. I'm just putting some of this stuff up back in the bag after I just had to reline or put a new hooks. Actually, I'm going to do a recast of that one. I didn't like the way I did that one. And probably have to rebait because it got caught on something when I was reeling it in. Yeah. So, yeah, see now these fish are starting to become a little active. They're becoming more active. They're getting hungry. There we go. That's a lot better. Like I said, folks, this is the dough bait I'm using. Yep, it's the chicken liver, chicken blood dough bait. That I purchased at Walmart. Well, rat's patootie. I mean, well, if someone catches that son of a gun, they're gonna get a free hook with them. They're gonna get a free hook. A free treble hook. And folks, this is the longest video I've done so far. Let's see, I'm at the 2 hour and I'm at 2.5 hours right now, folks. I don't think I've ever gone this, without having to do a part 2 or a part 3. May have to loosen the slack the next time it goes down, because I had a hard time. Had just a wee bit of difficulty because this line kind of got all over right here, stuck right in here. But really, just from the feel of the tug, it just felt like it was just a real good. It felt like it was a pretty decent fish. And because it hooked them, that counts as it hooked something for a third time, which means 75%. It's just a shame I could not reel in the first fish to start this year. Oh man. Then when that darn thing, when that, you know, when the, yeah, because I mean, when that line broke, that pole hit me right in the nose. I mean, pardon me, folks, but damn. But as you clearly see, though, when you watch this video, you know, I was being patient. I just wish I could finally, you know, reel something in right now. But the next time it goes up, I'm gonna take this part off so I can grab the pole better. Here I am once again sitting down in the chair, but at the same time I'm kind of afraid to sit down. cannot believe that. Hello, butterfly. I'm just glad today. I mean, I'm able to do a video that's longer than my normal. I say, okay, Yertle the turtle. Leave my bait alone. Or for this case, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. Leave the bait alone. I'm not trying to catch the Ninja Turtles. I mean, I've only seen the one turtle stick its head up, but I'm pretty sure there's more of them. Yeah, right now I'm watching that trigger and watching that line to see if that line pulls that trigger. And Now, next week, though, I don't know yet. Oh, hell's bells. I see splashing near the. Near where those down trees are at. Looks like some bass are making their way up. Like I said, I'm actually afraid to sit down because I don't know if any given second yeah, I see a turtle out there. I see his little head sticking up. And oh no, there it is. I was about to pull that South Park line. Oh dang, a bass just jumped way out there. Yeah, I think it was all that yanking it's got for this one. Ah, hell, I got caught. I got caught on the bottom. Caught on the bottom. Oh, yeah, I'm caught on the bottom. And I just lost everything. Well, I don't have any more sinker hooks or sinkers, so now I'm going with the jig